Dragons, the mythical creatures that have captured our collective imagination for centuries, are among the most iconic and enduring symbols in human folklore. These magnificent beings have been featured in the myths, legends, and stories of cultures from around the world. In this narration, we will embark on a journey to explore the fascinating world of dragons, from their origins to their significance in modern culture. The concept of dragons is not unique to any single culture, rather, it is a universal phenomenon. Dragons can be found in the mythologies of Europe, Asia, the Americas, and beyond. These creatures take on various forms, sizes, and characteristics depending on the culture from which they originate. In European mythology, dragons are often depicted as fearsome, fire-breathing creatures that hoard treasures and terrorize villages. One of the most famous dragon-slaying stories in European folklore is the tale of Saint George and the Dragon. In this legend, the valiant knight George rescues a princess by slaying a fearsome dragon, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. In contrast, Chinese dragons are revered and considered symbols of strength, wisdom, and good fortune. These serpentine creatures are often associated with water and are believed to bring rain for fertile crops. Chinese dragon dances are performed during celebrations and festivals, embodying the spirit of these benevolent beings. In many Native American cultures, dragons, or dragon-like creatures, are seen as protectors of nature and guardians of sacred sites. These creatures often play an essential role in the creation stories of indigenous peoples, highlighting their deep connection to the land and its spiritual significance. The origin of the dragon myth remains a subject of debate among scholars and historians. Some believe that early humans may have discovered dinosaur fossils and used their imagination to create stories about these enormous creatures. Others suggest that the dragon myth could have been inspired by real animals, such as large snakes or crocodiles. In ancient Chinese culture, dragons were thought to have been inspired by the anatomy of multiple animals, with the body of a serpent, the scales of a fish, the talons of an eagle, and the antlers of a deer. The blending of these different attributes created the iconic image of the Chinese dragon, which is vastly different from the European concept of dragons. Dragons have played a significant role in the symbolism of various cultures throughout history. In many Asian societies, dragons are seen as symbols of imperial power and authority. The dragon has been used as a symbol of the emperor in China for thousands of years, and the imperial dragon robe was an essential part of Chinese imperial regalia. In Western culture, dragons have often represented chaos, destruction, and the unknown. They are frequently depicted as menacing adversaries that heroes must conquer to prove their courage and worthiness. The slaying of a dragon is a recurring theme in Western mythology and symbolizes the triumph of good over evil. In some cultures, dragons are associated with transformation and rebirth. They are seen as creatures that can transcend boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms. In this context, dragons are symbols of change and personal growth. Dragons have not lost their appeal in the modern world. In fact, they continue to be a prominent feature in literature, film, and video games. Perhaps one of the most famous literary works featuring dragons is J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings series. Smaug, the dragon guarding the treasure in The Hobbit, is a memorable character that has left a lasting impact on readers and viewers alike. The fantasy genre has also seen an explosion of dragon-themed content, with authors like George R.R. Martin including dragons in his The Song of Ice and Fire series, which inspired the hit television series Game of Thrones. These dragons, however, are more complex and nuanced than traditional fire-breathing monsters, reflecting the evolving nature of dragon lore. Dragons have also become beloved characters in animated films. The Disney movie Mulan features Mushu, a comedic dragon who aids the titular character in her quest. In the How to Train Your Dragon series, dragons are portrayed as loyal and trainable creatures, challenging the traditional notion of dragons as solely destructive forces. Video games have not been left behind either, with titles like The Elder Scrolls and Dragon Age allowing players to interact with dragons in various ways, from battling them to forming alliances. dragons, with their diverse cultural origins and multifaceted symbolism, continue to captivate our imagination and inspire creativity in various forms of media. Whether they are fierce and terrifying creatures or wise and benevolent beings, dragons are a testament to the enduring power of myth and legend in our lives. As we explore the vast world of dragon lore, we find that these mythical creatures have transcended time and cultural boundaries, leaving an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. Their significance is as profound today as it was in ancient times, and the allure of dragons shows no sign of waning. These mythical beasts will undoubtedly remain a source of fascination and wonder for generations to come.